We are back, everybody. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here on Water Ice Radio. And you know what time it is. It's time for the Let's Talk About It topic of the hour. And again, we have the Bite Size Fitness sisters here. We have Alyse and we have Lexi here. But they also are the founders and creator of the DreamWalk Fashion Show, which is really, 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 really dope. Again, thank you guys for coming out to the show. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
I have to be honest. The first time I saw you two was a friend of the show, Mr. Christian Crosby.
Hey.
We saw you with the Live Life Nice shirts on.
Yes.
And he was like, you guys check out
awesome.
the story. Yeah. Then I went to your page and I checked the story. And I was like, okay, this is dope. I got to reach out, right? Christian has been here, so he's family.
Yeah, he's a great connector with all the awesome things he's doing.
Right. Yes. So before we start with anything about your background or anything, tell us about the DreamWalk Fashion Show.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, we choreographed it. No.
Okay, so we personally love the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show, and we watch it every year because of the glamour, the performances, just the atmosphere. It's just like you want to get up and move.
Yeah.
But we were sitting there watching it, and we're like, we'll never be able to walk on that runway because we're not 6 foot tall and we're not like a size 0, which is okay. And those girls work hard and they kill it.
Right.
But
what message are you sending to younger women when you have the same body on there, and not just the Victoria's Secret fashion runway, but everyone, right? It's just that's the one everybody as a kid is like, wow, that would be so cool to wear angel wings and to get to stand up.
So we were sitting there and we're like, why don't we make it happen then? And let's get women of all shapes and sizes, ages, ethnicities, disabilities. Let's just put it all so we...
That deserves a sound effect. For sure.
Yeah. So we went into our own personal savings because nobody believes in you in the beginning. So
or they just don't understand it. Like, what is it you're trying to do?
Yeah,
vision's hard.
So we just used our own money and we got a producer, an editor, we got the venue, and we filmed it in South Jersey at a little theater. It was just like family and friends.
Sure.
And then
we posted the video.
And 40 million views later.
40
million views later.
That's crazy.
And at that point, it all made
crazy.
sense to people what we were trying to do and the message we're really trying to send.
That is amazing. How overwhelming was that?
We cried.
Yeah.
She cried when it was happening. Then we cried repeatedly.
I'm a numbers guy. I'm a facts guy.
I'm about to say, you about to break this down?
All right, go.
So it was 40 million views, and what was the time span?
So when we initially posted the video,
It was October 15.
Okay.
But the real
of last year?
of last year.
What?
I know.
That's wild.
It was wild. But the thing about it is so we filmed the whole video, the actual video was posted on YouTube, but YouTube was kind of going down, and Facebook Live or Facebook was
just
going
video,
more viral.
Yeah.
So we posted the main one there. So that one is a whole explanation of it and stuff like that. And then the AOL reached out to us. And they're like, can we...
Wait, time out. They're still...
AOL? Yeah, we didn't know that it was a thing. But AOL in the know is one of the funnest things to watch on Facebook.
So they just chopped it up a little, make it shorter for people's attention span. And then it just took off. And George Takei reposted it. Crazy. I know. So it was...
wild.
And it just got reshared recently because we did this last year when no one had really started to incorporate more diverse models on the runway. And now we're starting to see a little bit of a shift.
Sports Illustrated had the lady who walked down breastfeeding her baby. And the lady with the prosthetic.
So it just got reposted.
Hey,
there you go.
We wanted.
Yeah, that's another one. That might be the most ever. Look at you.
I love that bit.
40 million is a lot.
Yeah.
People don't realize 40 million.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That was our whole goal, though. That's what we wanted out of this whole thing.
Is raise awareness, get as many people as
people
possible.
From Brazil reached out. We have a lady this year from Norway coming.
What?
I know, 15 different states. It's insane, and we can't afford to pay for their travel, so they're paying to come to Philadelphia to walk in the show.
And they're going to tell their stories, and really, it's going to be an amazing, inspiring night.
That's everything. It really is, and I was really moved by seeing that you even have people on the runway with disabilities.
Yeah,
I love that too. Everyone. One thing that I love that you guys say is make a difference by being different. I think that's the dopest quote ever.
That came from our mom, so she wasn't able.
Shout out to mom.
She wasn't.
Beauty.
She wasn't able to come tonight, but whenever we were younger, she would always use the word different, and we always thought of it like, oh, what does that mean? Like, you're being
right.
Yeah, but now we've really come to embrace it because our mom is the one who always expressed like individuality. Be
Embrace
yourself.
it.
Don't try and be like everybody else. Yeah. If you want to wear sparkles and be crazy, do it when everyone else is wearing all black.
Yeah. So I'm glad you talked about your mom and your background. So let's go there. You guys are from Jersey, right?
Yeah,
Jersey, South Jersey,
and we're sisters, even though the hair kind of.
I know it's throwing out a little bit.
We're biological sisters. I just went wild with bleach.
Fair enough.
I got it. But you guys really started out in the fitness world. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I went to Rutgers University, and she was at the other RU. The real RU. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So when I went to college, you know that freshman 15 that everyone talks about?
Yeah.
It's real life.
Yeah, it's real
for
life.
Women and men.
For everybody. Yeah. And when you're 4'11" and you gain like 15 pounds in a couple of months in college, because
it's noticeable.
It's noticeable.
You're like, what the fuck?
And it hits you. It hits you. Your self-confidence, like, you know,
lit.
it takes a little bit of a beating because you're used to, you know, seeing yourself in a way, and your perception changes. So together we decided to get healthy, and she helped me out. I helped her out. We kind of struggled through the process and finally got to a place where we were like, at the gym, people were coming up to us. How'd you do that?
Different.
Can I get some tips? Can I get some help?
Right.
We would be walking down the street. Hey, do you go to the gym? Do
Hey,
you
little
lift?
mama.
How do we do that?
Hey, little mama.
So we were helping these people like on a one-off situation, and this was around the time Instagram
It was
like,
back in 2014, so yeah.
Well, no, because I was like, what the heck is a hashtag? Because I am not good at social media before I started doing bite-sized
It wasn't
fitness.
as big
She had to
then.
teach me what it was, like how to do like a hashtag thing. So I would just post with like no caption.
Right. It's just bare, right?
She's like, no, you're not doing it right. Give it to me.
That's exactly
But we were like, all right, if we can help a couple of people by posting some tips, and really we wanted them to be relatable, real, honest truths, and we were going through college, so we understood what people were going through, and
It's first of all, you're poor in college, so all your eating is terrible.
Right.
yeah,
stuff.
but we would give like meal like, because at Rutgers, that's what killed me, is you would swipe your meal plan card, and then you could get pizza and sushi
Burger,
and
whatever.
1, 2
whatever
a.m.,
you
pork
wanted.
meal.
Exactly.
Chicken finger.
So we would give practical tips for like, you know, how to eat at a dining hall when you have free range of everything, like how to make a salad fun. But, you know, one thing led to another, and it finally, you know, just organically started growing. Bite Size Fitness became our alter ego because our name is confusing.
4'11".
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
And I'm really short. So I'm tiny. Yeah. But yeah, so now we are today. We got a couple 100,000 followers on social media,
awesome.
and
So with that company, are you is it strictly digital, or you guys?
yeah, so we have an online fitness app that people can download, and
That's so dope.
yeah, a lot of it's all free, so women can download it. They can go to the gym, and it's kind of like having a little personal trainer in your pocket.
Nice.
So we like to do that to help other women, and really what we want to express is that there's no one size fits all for healthy, and that's also part of what the fashion show's message is we have girls that are all different sizes. And that doesn't mean one person is healthy and one person isn't healthy.
Yeah.
You know, I always think of like Serena Williams. Like, she is not a size 0.
The queen.
And
Right,
she's the
girl.
greatest
I love
like
her.
female athlete of all time. And
Yeah.
if she
Ever.
was a size 0, she would not be the greatest
probably
female
not.
athlete
Absolutely
of
not.
all
Absolutely
time.
not. No.
She definitely wouldn't be. And I think that's dope, especially now where everything, you have to do everything so quick, right? So that's my biggest struggle. I actually went on and took your guys' quiz on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I did. And my biggest struggle actually is, I wish I could have picked 2 options, is really the nutrition part of it,
Okay.
and also the motivation and time of it, especially when you're busy.
Yep.
Everything is like on the go.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So you're just like, oh, I gotta go to the studio, but Wawa's right across the street. Let me just go grab a sandwich, or you're not thinking about that. So it's all about prep. So what I got from the quiz is that for me, it's all about meal planning and preparation.
Exactly.
And really, I had a trainer before. Shout out to Jeff Fit, and he told me, he was like, Lauren, I can train you all day, all night. We could do this every day of the week,
This
right?
absolutely.
Yep.
But if you go home and eat a pizza, it doesn't matter. He said, really, it's 90% eating and 10% of the
He's
of the
exercise.
exercise.
I
Yeah,
told you.
he's Got it right.
He's
He's
good,
got
right?
the equation.
I can't afford him, but he's good, right? But no, and it's really about changing your lifestyle. That's what I gather for. But I think it's dope because now women can kind of like be on the go and be like, I can jump on this app, and see the fitness.
Well, and we live that lifestyle. Like I travel probably 2 weeks out of the 4 in the month. I'm gone. I'm in a hotel room. I'm trying to get a workout in when I'm at a crappy little gym in the
got like 3
exactly like maybe a 5-pound dumbbell. An elliptical that might be falling apart if you get on it.
Right.
But we try and really be genuinely our brand and show people like we were eating ice cream or mint chocolate chip ice cream
every
last night
when you're young too, and you don't know because your parents are busy when you're young, so they're trying to teach you, but they also have jobs and you go to soccer, so we would pick up McDonald's like from soccer to that, so like you don't know, and when you're young it just so then teaching kids nowadays, they are learning what you should be eating and stuff, so I think it's a good message that
I'm glad you brought that up, especially now. I feel like now because of what happened with the McDonald's and the fast food and like what they're putting in their food, people are more aware and they want to know what's in it.
Yeah.
So if you go to restaurants, they'll tell you what's in it. That never existed before.
Yeah,
never.
The calories.
The calories.
Yeah, the apple. Like you go to Applebee's and you're like, oh my god,
this was free range and it was this chicken walked for like 30 miles. Like all the information, which is great.
Believe it or not, the worst meal to eat out is at Cheesecake Factory. It's this burrito that they have. It's the worst thing that you can
That's
eat
close
out.
by.
Yeah, it is. But the burrito is
right here.
Yeah, that's dangerously close.
I'm good.
But really quick before we go to a break, really important question for you guys, and we can go more into it when we get back from the break. Why do you think the DreamWalk Fashion Show is something that's important for today in society?
So I think our fashion show sends a powerful message to all individuals that beauty doesn't just have to be what you see online and everything. You are beautiful no matter what, and you need to accept that and embrace it and feel happy and confident just the way you are.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to look a certain way. You're already okay. You just got to believe you're okay. So then our fashion show is different from fashion shows because our story, we highlight the story behind the individual.
It's not about the designers. We're basically the first fashion show to not be about designers.
Okay.
It's about the models in the show and the stories that we want to highlight that give you hope that like if you're struggling through something, there's somebody there that's now on a runway rocking it. So there is hope for you to come out as a winner on the other side.
So perfect segue to a break because I want you to think about the story that has touched you the most through this process.
So many good ones.
And we're going to talk about that when you get back because this has actually, you're giving people a platform to tell their story that they've never been able to have. So I'm sure there has been some stories that have touched you. So we're going to hold on to that.
Cool.
We'll be right back. We have coming up Tyga and Offset. He has a new song out. People actually really like this song. It's called Taste.
Okay.
I don't mess with
Tyga
Tyga.
making a little comeback.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. He was a part of the Nicki drama today too.
Why?
She said she sent Safari to the same doctor that fixed their hairline. She ain't had to do that.
Damn.
That wasn't necessary. That was petty. She took my role
Nicki,
for us.
that was petty translator all day.
All day. I know men out here trying to get their thing back together. She ain't had to tell nobody that. It's crazy. All right,
With all the
everybody.
shit that she got done. All right, she's tripping. All right.
It's your girl. We're back. We're talking about some crazy stuff. We're talking about killer bods. This is like a show on BET right now about all the women who's had issues with doing like enhancements to their bodies, like doing it not the right way per se. I'm sorry. And this one girl, the toxins. I'm sorry, I gotta tell you, the toxins from her butt implant is seeping into her legs. So she can't walk.
Oh my gosh.
Is it worth it?
Nope.
No.
And trust me, I've
Squats.
tried to do many things to make my ass bigger. But after I watched that, I ran to the mirror and was like, I love you.
You all right.
You okay.
Yeah.
Like
It will not kill me.
It's been like some bad stuff. I mean, I'll do butt pads all day before I do that. Like that's crazy. That was wild. But that's a good segue into
Yes.
the DreamWalk Fashion Show because it's basically just love being who you are.
Yeah.
Like, and it's okay
No
that you're
toxic
not.
butt implants needed.
Right. Come as you are.
Yeah.
So we have Lexi and Alyse Scafetti. Graffiti. Oh, I was close.
You were close.
That
works.
Stuff like graffiti. Yeah. Oh, look at you, Swiss. They're here from the DreamWalk Fashion Show. They are the creators of it, which is such a dope project. But they also own Bite Size Fitness, so they're just entrepreneurs all over the place, right?
Just getting like 40 million views on Facebook. Like no big fucking deal.
That's no big deal.
I still can't get over. That's crazy. That's so many views,
wild.
Yo.
So
I get hyped when I get like 200 likes.
It's the sparkles, right?
Yeah.
So before we went to break, I wanted you to talk about how your fashion show really tells the story. It's not about the clothes. It's about the story of the people who are actually walking the runway.
Correct.
Yep. So is it one story that like sticks out for the both of you, or one story together that you can remember?
I think we have one that's really
you gotta tell
big.
Tessa's story.
So Tessa, she was a mom. She's a mom of 2. Mm-hmm. She's drop dead gorgeous, and she lost her leg to cancer at the age of 11.
Whoa.
Wow.
I know. So very young. And
We both knew her, but I did not know that she had a prosthetic leg.
Wow.
Because she never showed it off prior to the fashion show.
Okay.
So if you looked on her Instagram, there would not be a single photo of her leg.
Okay.
And she had about like 1,000 followers. Like she's just a mom.
So she would always wear like pants and stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
And we asked her to be in the show.
We asked her. She was very nervous, and I can understand why. She said, I never really shown my leg before.
Right.
In front of people. So she did, and
She walked in the
killed it.
runway and looked fabulous.
People probably still didn't even realize that she had a prosthetic
Like, what's
leg.
wrong with her?
Yeah.
But she now has like over almost 30,000 followers from sharing her story online, and then people finding it and following it. And she says she gets about like 50 direct messages a day on Instagram saying like,
wow,
I relate to you, like.
I thought you were gonna say like dudes trying to.
Probably that too.
Not the bad kind of DMs.
I was like, damn.
She gets the best kind of DMs.
That's
where
awesome.
now younger women are looking up to her and saying, you know, I never thought I could be beautiful because I have a prosthetic arm, or because you know I was born with this genetic mutation, or because I can't walk, or I can't do this. And now she's becoming, you know, a vision for these girls to say,
she's a role model.
But she was afraid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like these women aren't. Yes, they're confident, but like they kind of got to get up there, and once they're there, they're like, "Wow, I can do it.
Right.
I need it."
That's why we got to keep doing this. So we can
so you
keep
never
giving
know
the
what
stage.
story needs to be told, right?
Exactly.
Until they actually tell it. So again, your show is about body image, people with disabilities, all different sizes, different ethnicities, all of that good
people
stuff,
from around
right?
the world.
From around
Yeah.
the world, right?
That's so crazy.
Like everyone is different, but we're all the same, right? Basically, in a nutshell, right? So, what is your advice for that? People like I saw you guys did a call to action for people who wanted to be in the show, right? So, what do you give? What kind of advice would you give that girl is like, this is so dope, I would love to do this, but I feel voiceless and I'm scared, just like the story that you told. How would you make someone comfortable to be able to even begin to think about walking in your show?
Well, I would say that the first thing we want to do is we want to keep being able to do the show so that we can give more girls the platform on our stage.
Yeah.
But I think even more personally, people can just find someone to talk to. It doesn't need to be us. It doesn't need to be our show. But there's always somebody out there who wants to listen, and there's always somebody who's willing to listen, and it doesn't have to be your mom or your best friend. You know, it might need to be a stranger, a police officer, someone that's a counselor. But talk to somebody, because if you tell your story once and you get that affirmation that it's okay, that you have like someone who
on your side.
believes in you, that'll start to give you the confidence to tell maybe another person or to share it with a loved one. And then maybe eventually you can get to the point where you're submitting your story to us and we're getting to put it on the runway and we're getting to share it with everyone and inspire more people that are in your situation.
I love it. So I'm sure you got, since being in the fashion business and fitness, I know you guys see different stuff like all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I always like to say some of the best setbacks are build up for the best comebacks. Right. What are some of like the failures and setbacks you guys have experienced to get to where you are right now?
Sure.
Well, I mean, this show wasn't going to happen because we got told no. Every single person we asked.
It cost about close to $10,000.
Wow.
So
when you say you asked people, they said no. Who did
it
do what?
Like if we wanted people to support it, to be sponsors,
to
support the mission.
But this was before we had anything. Like we
Still.
had no video. But
you say that, but I mean, we got turned down. So my sister and I have produce YouTube videos and content for Instagram. We've never done a full out production. We had to. She called Why Buy Staging and was getting staging. We're not that by like she's a pharmacist. I'm an accountant, so like we're not. Yes, we have all this too, but like we didn't go to school.
Right. No, I get it.
So people are kind of hesitant, and it was just like it's a lot of work too. So while you're doing full-time jobs and then planning the show, it's like
you're speaking to the choir.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of work.
It's
people
a lot.
Cancel on you. Right. We had girls drop out the day before.
We had probably 5 girls drop out within 48 hours of the show,
and you're like, what now?
That's a big deal. You got to make it work, and I think that made it. Yes, and that made it so much more worth it at the end when we saw that video come together and we could finally. I don't think we breathed.
Yeah, that's why I got so emotional. I don't know why, but in the video,
because you went through all that shit and you saw the impact.
I'm like, why am I crying? It's like I can't believe it happened.
Yeah,
like, I can't believe we pulled it off.
I bet all those people were really like biting their tongues and they're like, "Fuck, we should have had the vision."
Right? I'm sure it's bound to happen, but we're really lucky because this year we actually do have a sponsor.
You do. You have a very big sponsor.
Yes,
I saw that check.
They are fabulous. So I've got to give a shout out to Life Brand for believing. Yay!
I was like, well, look at here.
Let me hold that.
After about 500 emails, I said.
Right. Hey, it's always the 500th first.
So
you only need one person to say
your
yes.
Point, you will get a lot of no's, and the no's make the yes so much better. Sweeter. Yeah. Because what fun is it if you just get handed something? You got to work for it.
That's not life.
Right. And then you don't appreciate
That's not
anything.
life. Right. You're not entitled to anything in this world. You got to work at it.
So now the show is going to be bigger and better.
Oh, my God. Yes.
So you got
want to be in it?
Probably not.
But you're coming.
Because
you guys are coming.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be there. We're coming. I'm not there yet. Maybe year 3.
Right.
Okay. I might build up my, get a little something year 3, right? But tell us a little bit about the details of how much bigger and better this is going to be.
All right. So the other part of this is it's not just a fashion show. We're going to have a pre-show with like interactive things. So like these big flower wings where people can go in front and take pictures.
So it is going to be like the Instagram spot of the year. This amazing boutique by us.
We have free calligraphy. Like
nice.
We're going to have calligraphy artists.
Too.
We're going to have the first ever, I don't know if anyone's done this yet, but like a true Philly soft pretzel wall where they're shaped like little hearts. So that you can get your... So it's for everyone. It's interactive. General admissions is $25 for the entire night. And then the show starts at 7. And we're having 3 performers. So it's going to be like the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show,
so you're having
but with way cooler performers because
local. Katie Sunrise, Zach Matari, and Temple's Acapella. It's an acapella.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so we wanted to make sure clever. But we wanted we wanted to make sure
some way, somehow, you always get it in every show.
Somehow we're just everywhere. Don't get your hours are everywhere.
Yes. So we got the Philly connection in there, making sure that we really want to personalize the show to the city we're in, and hopefully be able to do this in other cities someday. Cool. But 60 girls, right? I think we're gonna have 60.
Is 60 this year?
Yeah,
and it's 20 last year.
And it's girls and males that are.
I was just gonna ask you. I was just gonna ask you. Do you have any dudes in here?
Yeah. So everything we have. All of the LGBT community supporting the show and really the uniqueness.
So I'll expect my invitation for year 3. If somebody bails.
And the main thing about the whole show with the fashion and all is we don't make them wear a certain outfit. They make a costume based on what they feel confident
and their personalities. So like we've got people that are like ex-military that are going to wear combat boots like on their runway.
I already have my outfit, so
I love it.
It's going to be a giant water ice themed wing
with water ice floating behind me.
So like I'm a big sneakerhead, so I could walk in sneakers if I wanted.
Absolutely.
You don't gotta have everything showing either. You can wear bodysuit.
Get the shoes with the wings.
I mean,
those are really, really expensive.
No, we found knockoffs.
We'll have it by year 3.
We found a knockoff. I love her.
We'll make
Are you a size 6.5? Because you can borrow.
I'm not.
So
damn.
Yo, that's
this is
so
amazing.
Exciting.
It really is.
So
shout out to your big sponsor, Life brand. But I know you guys have other people involved as well.
Q2 will be there too.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's another one. It is really good.
That's a big endorsement.
November 4th.
for it.
The location
is the 2300 Arena. So it's actually where the Eagles just had their ring ceremony. If you guys saw their little snaps and whatnot, we were like, that looks really familiar.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're having our show there.
Right off the Walt Whitman.
And it's a bye week for the Eagles.
Yeah.
So there is nothing going on that
There's
Sunday.
no excuse.
It's for you not to be there.
So South Philly is still going to be the place to be on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be at our fashion show that Sunday.
That is amazing. So when we get back, we're going to take another quick break. But when we get back, we want the people to know where they can find you guys on social media, how they can get involved in this.
I got a question too. That's
when you come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come back.
All right.
But we got a couple different.
You're going to leave me in suspense.
That's what I do.
We do that sometimes.
That's what I do.
All right, everybody. It's your girl Lauren Reed right here on What a Ice Radio.
And we're back. Lauren Reed live on Water Rice Radio. Jay the Gentleman, Lauren Reed. We got Bite Size Fitness, DreamWalk Fashion Show, entrepreneurs here. Great, energetic.
That's
what we do. We bring y'all the hottest fucking shit in the world.
Yes, all the movers and shakers in the city that's doing big things. Real grassroots.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs. We love that here.
Now before.
Oh, go ahead. You got it.
To you guys too for killing it and doing.
We tried.
I appreciate that. No, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We appreciate that. Now, before we went to break, I kind of left y'all in suspense. Yeah. I had a question. So, because I feel like when it comes to like the model industry, fashion industry, it's the same stories. How women, girls growing up, they don't see themselves as that person. They try to be that person on the magazines. But yet the fashion industry still does what they do, and they see the kind of success that happens with like what's the I guess the plus size model, the real famous
Ashley Graham.
Like, they see how successful she is, or whenever they have the runway, like you said, with the woman walking, like they see how impactful it is. Why don't they keep doing that? What is that?
It's starting to shift. So literally our fashion show, we tracked this. Our fashion show happened, and I'm not trying to take credit for anything.
No, take credit for it.
But I might take a little bit of credit for it. Because our fashion show happened. That was the same year that Ashley Graham came out and spoke against Victoria's Secret because she was saying, you guys are still using the same models. Everybody else is shifting. Now we start to see campaigns like Aerie, American Eagle.
Right.
They have a campaign right now that's all about like they don't do any touch-ups to the photos.
Right. That was another thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
Photoshop.
Some companies, I think even like CVS put out some announcement that they weren't going to include like beauty lines that did Photoshop to all of their photos. Wow. So some companies are finally starting to embrace the idea, and I think,
but this is, we were reading about it, and for runway, like fashion runway.
Right.
Yeah. So this was super interesting. It was that, so newer designers, they don't have as much funds, so they make a smaller size because then
I feel like that's an excuse.
I was shocked.
We were researching as
I would have
much
never
as we
thought
could.
about that.
We
I was
did.
dumbfounded.
It makes sense, but I feel like it's an excuse.
Yeah.
Because if you're a real designer, they don't
can
watch
find-
Fashion Runway.
Yes,
Make
exactly.
it work,
Right.
ladies,
So
gentlemen.
I read that. I was like, wow.
We saw that because then we were even thinking, we were like, well, screw that then. We'll give money. Like, if we raise money, if we ever get this big enough, we'll give money to designers.
I think that's an excuse.
But yeah, that's fair enough. I agree. But the point is, I think we are starting to see a change. And I think that if we keep demanding a change, that's the biggest thing. You know, it's not going to change if someone doesn't make it.
But that was,
And we're seeing a lot of change, especially in diversity. As I mean, this month in general, on all national like publications, they're all women of color on cover of magazines, and like different shapes, different sizes. Beyonce talked about it in Vogue.
So
she used very little makeup through the thing.
Yep.
She didn't use any hair extensions, like just different things.
So follow up question to everything you just said. Why does it take to now? Is it because of social media?
That
is it because it's all been the same thing, and people have been in positions where they could speak up and never have. Why is it that now? Is it because
it's so hard to demand it. Like we put a year of our life and $10,000 into doing one thing.
You need to take
How
action.
many people just watch those shows? How many people watch the Victoria's Secret fashion show for the last decade, feeling like crap the whole night,
but no one did anything.
and don't do anything?
Right. That's my point.
You gotta do
So,
something.
and literally we had this moment where we're like, we can watch the show and we can go back to normal life tomorrow, or we can say, stop, let's do something about it. And it was really hard, but we're finally we that's the greatest accomplishment I think we have as people so far, is not letting it just continue.
I love it.
So do you think, I got another question.
Go.
So do you think with everything that's happening, we'll just say everything with fashion, like with Virgil taking over Louis Vuitton, with all of these things, do you think we're in a fashion revolution that we're not aware of yet?
I think we're in a society, like, social movement that is. I think society is driving a change in the fashion industry, because consumers are finally having a big enough platform where they can choose to not support brands for what they do on the runway and in magazines.
So true.
Or with ads like H&M and all that stuff.
Yeah, and it can be detrimental to the business if they don't.
Destructive. I mean, that H&M campaign was...
They dropped, 20% in a week?
Yeah. Or think about the Pepsi debacle with Kendall Jenner. Yeah. I mean, that's, not the best.
I mean... Social media is also it's a good or bad platform. It depends
I always
on
say
which
if you understand social media, it is a powerful tool.
Right. Yeah.
But you got to know how to use it.
You got to know how to use it. You got to understand it.
And you also have to expect people, like, when we posted this, most people supported it, but then there's the people who say, oh, well, you're just trying to promote unhealthy lifestyles and saying that being fat's okay. Not true at all.
It's not a bunch of fat people just walking the runway. Are you reading the story?
Yeah. One of our women this year was like 500 pounds and now 300. So maybe to your eye that looks big. But she has
for her, that's a journey.
That's a journey.
Yeah. And she's done that over like 10 misdiagnoses. Correct. Where they have not been able to figure out, her thyroid.
What's going on.
Exactly. So she's been in and out of doctor's appointments for 3 years trying to figure it out.
And who knows, maybe her walking at 500 pounds made her realize that it was a lifestyle change that she needed to do, and she went on to that journey because of that, because of something like this.
Right.
And that's why I think, and people don't know, there's so many people struggling behind closed doors about the things that they're not able to talk about due to physical appearance.
Yeah, sure.
Like, your story about the mom of two with one leg, the lady that's 500 pounds, the young girl who feels like she doesn't have big boobs, but everybody on Instagram does. You know what I'm trying to say? And they're getting teased about it, or the guy with the gap in his mouth, gap in his teeth or whatever like that.
The hardest thing we have ever done is we had to get a team together to read the applications.
We got 300 applications
of women wanting to walk in this runway just in Philly. Wow. Because the stories were so hard to read, because it would be someone that looked so normal and so happy, but they've got body dysmorphia disorder because they've seen social media. They've dealt with bulimia, anorexia. They've dealt with depression and PTSD and all of these sort of things.
And you're worrying about sitting in traffic.
Right.
I totally get it.
It's all power perception.
It's all power perception.
Those aha moments make you realize you are living a great life, and we do have it good.
Absolutely, 100%. That's why I appreciate what you ladies are doing. I think this is very, very dope. I can't wait to go see it.
We can't wait to have you guys there.
I can't wait to be there. So. You guys said you had something to announce, and it has something to do with the tickets. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So thank you guys for having us tonight. And as a special little treat,
here we go.
Your viewers, you guys,
are the absolute first people to know that tickets are now finally available online for this year's show.
I love it.
You heard it first on Water Ice.
Yes.
So you can go to www.dreamwalkfashionshow.com. General admission's $25, or you can do VIP, but your pick. And
do the VIP.
What do you get with VIP?
You get front row stage seating, and then a couple of surprises we can't say right now.
Just go to VIP route.
Treat yourself.
But honestly, real talk, $25. I thank you guys for that. That's dope. Yeah. People can actually go.
We want to
spend $25 on way
We want to fill the entire auditorium, because the more people that can be there that can share this message.
Special.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. You will. You definitely will.
There you go.
So you heard it first, guys.
You guys.
Your tickets on
DreamWalkFashionShow.com.
November 4th.
November 4th. Location again?
2300 Arena right here in South Philly.
And it's a Sunday night. No Eagles games.
No Eagles games.
So you're not missing nothing.
Don't even try me with the excuses.
And what time does it start? Like, what time's everything?
Doors open at 5:30. You're going to want to get there early, because we're going to have those calligraphy artists. We're going to have the donuts and
red
the
carpet.
Pretzels. Sparkle carpet!
I love it. How did we not know that?
Yeah, did you really have to ask? Like,
I'm
a little disappointed right now that
you're
you
right.
had
That's
to
my
ask.
bad. That's my bad.
I love it.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm very happy to see the stories. The people walking. It's gonna be dope. Where can they find you?
Yes, where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, so at Bite Size Fitness and at Bite Size Sist. That's bite size, like bite size.
IZED, and then we have Facebook and YouTube, Bite Size Fitness there.
Basically, Google it and it'll all come up.
Okay.
And then DreamWalk Fashion Show is also the Instagram where you can follow. There's direct links there.
And then it was called Anti-Victoria's Secret last year.
Yeah, so if you Google it,
you'll find it. But that was I think a Yahoo editor, someone called it that, and that's what went viral. So we don't hate Victoria's Secret.
Right.
And that's why
you did it for clickbait. I get it. SEOs. I get it.
But that's why this year it's all about DreamWalk and the fashion show and making these dreams come true and really showing everybody.
I think
your dream is gonna come true.
I don't know if you already done it. I think you should send an invite to Serena.
Right?
You never know.
Never know.
U.S. Open's right around the corner.
That's true.
They just collab together.
That's why I said it.
That's
you never
true.
know.
Off-White and
Ashley Graham.
I know, right?
You never know.
You never know. All you need is
maybe
one
I'll
shot.
get you to send out little video
we
emails.
We can talk about my race.
He is ridiculous.
You just never know. Shoot your shot.
Yeah,
right?
no, I mean, she's like my idol, so that would be. I would probably fangirl too hard to even run the show if that happened.
Have it come on a sparkle. To mention a sparkle carpet.
Yeah, that's true. How can you say no to a sparkle carpet?
You can't. I know, she's good.
All right, that's my gym. You can have that.
But ladies, really, this has been amazing energy. I love you guys. You are amazing. Just because you're really, really standing for something that's important. And that's what we do here. We want people to know that we have people out here that are really making moves in the city and doing really, really good things.
Yeah.
And this is just super dope because there's so many men, women, young, old, who are, living with, a bunch of body image issues, right? And for you to be able to let these people be themselves is amazing. So we salute you.
Salute.
Hey, we thank you guys for having us on today. You are absolutely amazing.
Thank you. And you guys,
I do have one last very important question for the event. What's the dress code?
Dress code.
Are we doing Met Gala? Are we doing
That's whatever you feel.
So the
sparkles, please.
Sparkles, please.
Okay.
So there is no official dress code for the event, but come dressed to impress, and dress to impress means whatever makes you feel the most amazing.
I'm about to wear the Joan bow tie.
Do it.
Ooh, please do.
You need to think of an outfit.
I might have to do
I
that.
expect you to have sparkle high tops on.
I'll have some type of
or those knockoff
glittery
angel
sneak.
wings.
I'll get some type of glittery sneak or something.
I'm with it.
Perfect.
Sure.
I can figure it out.
It's gonna be good stuff.
I'm excited.
But there's going to be a lot of photo opportunities, so you're going to want to come in something that you want to Instagram
Girl, ladies,
you want to shine.
Get your face beat.
Yeah. Get them edges right.
Lay them down.
Get glowed up.
Get glowed up. This is going to be amazing. November 4th. Remember, guys, get your tickets at DreamWalkFashionShow.com.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you guys are there. $25. That's nothing. You guys eat that out all the time.
I would say bring your daughters.
Yeah,
bring your kids.
definitely something good.
Yeah.
We have so many moms in the show that are coming with their whole families because they're like, this is it. This ends with my generation. We're finally making a change.
It's crazy.
I'm excited
It's a
about
shift
it.
in the
So we
culture
always
world.
say here that the first time you're here, you're a guest. The next time you are family. Aww. So if you guys want to come back before the show comes up, and if you want to do something special for maybe a special listener, we could. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But we definitely want you guys back. Your energy
We
is
would love that.
amazing.
Amazing.
We're amazing. All right, everybody. That is it. That is the Lauren Reed Live Show for today. Make sure you guys come back next week. We have another guest for you.
Yep.
Same time, same place, right here on What Are Ice Radio, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And never, ever, ever forget, not all superheroes wear capes, but sometimes they wear headphones.
Peace.